third chair will be the best one, okay? Please watch your head. Exactly. Please watch your steps, watch your head. Okay?
Thank you.
Right behind.
Wanna sit here?
I'll sit behind you.
Okay.
Hola, buenos días.
Shrimps and crabs, turtles, crocodiles, and sometimes even river otters. And that would be the hardest thing to see, a river otter. Most common would be a turtle. Every once in a while we'll get to see the big and only crocodile in the river that is about 6 feet long. And he's got a cave where he stays most part of the day. But because of the boats going up and down or kayakers, he gets a little shy and he stays on its cave. And this is the ginger family, and that is called a torch ginger. They have about 5 or 6 variations in color. That's the most common, the red one. People love to grow them because this brings lots of hummingbirds and butterflies, and they're long-lasting flowers. People also like to grow them because besides being pretty, they're long-lasting, or you can even sell them as flower arrangements. You cut the base, put it on a jar with water, and it will last there for a couple of weeks. Our neighbors are also running a farm tourism in which they have like chickens and geese and water buffaloes and donkeys, ducks, and everything there. Sometimes the ducks are found in the river, which these guys have been in the river for about 15 weeks. Luckily, they've lasted pretty long. But then about 12 days ago, a crocodile came and got one home. Now instead of being 4, there's 3. We'll see when will be the next one. The river is like a little oasis in the middle of a large palm oil plantation. All of the palms that you saw planted in rows for miles, it is for oil. People make oil out of the fruit of the palm. And the palm fruits are like dates. And they grow in a whole one bunch, the big cluster. This is harvested every 15 to 20 days. Locals come with long aluminum poles and a hook like cosmetics, but not to eat it. Now, as these are big plantations that cover around 32 to 34,000 acres.
Wow.
In this part of the country, in between the mountains and the coastline, there's no forest, just palms. Then this makes lots of animals get lost through the palms, hoping to find a forest. Avocados, figs, lychee fruits, mung beans, and star fruits, bananas, plantains, coconuts, figs, this and that grows in here. And that makes the animals come to the river. Me too. These are called red dracaenas. They're pinkish fuchsia color, very pretty. Everybody loves to grow them around because of how pretty they are. They look like they're glowing. The male has a fin on the tail, on the back, and on the head, and it looks like a dinosaur. This is the one famous lizard that is capable of running on water. And because it does this, Jesus walked in water, this guy's running, whoever started running went and said, Jesus Christ. What was that? And call it the Jesus Christ lizard. That's the biggest they get. And the male's great, the fins only. These guys were also taken as models by the people who did with an spinosaur. They're very, very prehistoric. They feed on a lot of stuff.
Do you ever get sloths out here?
Every once in a while.
Once in a while?
See, birds and eggs, baby raccoons, opossums. They get sometimes baby monkeys from other species. They're very territorial, and they travel in groups up to 50 monkeys sometimes. But apples on the right that are bright red.
Pollinated by what?
Hummingbirds.
Got it.
Colibríes.
I've been a bad hummingbird mom. I haven't made food because I have 3 feeders. But
We were staying at
we were staying at Mercy's, but yeah, I usually make food regularly for them. I gotta get back on my game.
Yep.
Whiteflies are great pollinators, but sometimes instead of pollinating,
Oh,
they
that's
also are destroying flowers.
Mom.
They're wasters in the woods. Sometimes they come and see a fruit on a tree and they grab it, take it, bite it, and then drop it. Go for another one. Maybe better. Take a couple of bites and they go, no, this wasn't good. I'm going for the next one. They don't really get a fruit and end up eating it. They just come take bites and drop it. This is what makes them be like.
Yeah, that was right.
Sí, sí, tiene como un mes pico, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
The other one is more interesting.
Hola.
Buenos días.
Oh, yeah.
Buena vida.
Yeah, so right now they're just napping and some of them are just getting some flowers. And this also increases their survival rate. We're gonna leave them behind now that they're just napping. On the way back they'll be a little more active and probably then we see them a little bit closer.
Nice to know you.
See on the left side we get more of those heliconia flowers and then the termite nest. Hey Roy, on the way. Mae, no la vi ahorita. Que se esconde mucho. That was a termite nest.
I saw some cones hanging from the tree.
Yeah.
Almost like a hornet.
I'll show you one. Those are ants.
And
The one we just saw here, that was a termite nest. And termites don't really kill the tree. They make their nest in the tree alive, and when the nest is done, they make black trails. Like this, they move around the forest and eat the dead parts of other trees. In a single nest, there could be around 3 to 10 million termites. Of us. And this is how we get sometimes to get a good picture. Solo bueno. Por ahí, ¿Ya lo sacó, Cholo? And this is the mangroves. Mangroves are so well adapted to growing areas along the coastline that get daily flooded. This is what makes it be swampy and muddy. If you step off the boat and walk around these areas, you may go and sink from your ankle till about your knee and get stuck. And as an adaptation, the mangroves have created this amazing root system known as aerial roots. Roots that grow off the tree trunks and branches. Look at it. So that's a young one, but that's the biggest it'll get. These guys are pretty aggressive into hunting stuff for food. They go from baby crocodiles and lizards, iguanas, snakes, rats, frogs, toads. I mean, these ones catch everything around.
they're strictly carnivores?
They do all kinds of stuff. Fish, shrimps, and crabs, whatever, yeah.
But no berries or fruit?
Not really, exactly, not really. A tiger, heron, they're called, they sound like that. But also, the way they move throughout the woods in order to not be seen, you know, really trying to disguise and move so slowly is also how cats behave. Some people say that is how sometimes the jaguar moves throughout the branches and not to be noticed doing very single steps in here and sneaking through really thin branches or low branches. It does it the same way. Rica means that you're kind of like bipolar and not a good guy. Now, after all, he is the good guy. You guys like to see him up close and personal? With a monkey in which is not angry, aggressive, or begging food, it takes times. Venga. He likes to just sometimes come and go. Venga, come on, venga. Stay with us, buddy. We go. When he feels nervous, he stays away. Come here. Venga, come here. Come on, don't leave us. Venga, come here. Come on, nobody's gonna hurt you. Come on, buddy, venga. Venga. He's coming again. Keep the hand right there. Venga, come on, buddy. Good boy. Stay there, buddy. Don't leave us. Stay with us. Be a good boy. Okay, good boy. Wait up, buddy. Good boy. That's cool, isn't it? Look. Now, what I want you to see is that I have a piece of food in my hand. If I'm holding it and grabbing it like that, he cannot take it. You give them manners. It all starts at the beginning, you know. It all starts with the beginning. You see it, and you go and see it, and you go throw a piece. And you make them get to wonder, well, what is that? And then they get to know it, and then you offer it and make it come closer. But that, what you being by the river, they find bananas, plantains, berries, guavas, figs, coconuts, and incorporating fruit in their diets is what makes their immune systems and their defenses go stronger. As a result, healthy monkeys. That's what we want them. Make them be healthier and not get exposed to diseases, because the fruit is needed so well, is so much needed. They can live for 32 in the wild. And that's, yeah, one of the coolest areas of the Americas. And he's got one of the palm oil dates. So he's getting dates from the palm oil. See, he's eating his own stuff. He's not waiting on us. He's not going like, oh, there's the boat. We're gonna get on the boat. I'm gonna get all the food from them. No. Nowhere else you'll find my
You see the lizard?
Yeah, I see
You
it.
know, the only thing that I'll ask you to do is that done, or avoid that this will dry, we have to end up making a dam with sandbags to keep a little water in the river. And that's something that those guys are not supposed to do, and we've actually reported several times, but it still happens a year, you know, years past or something. Still nothing answered. No answer about it. There you go. This is the big road. There's like one up there, and I have a couple of them right there too. That one up here, the big one coming down the tree, that one.